Hey guys, so you know what it's time for? It's time for another filler episode. I did melt a little bit without you. I was gonna videotape it, but it was more of an experiment, and I didn't know if it was gonna work or not. And it did, then it didn't. I found some scrap aluminum. It was a piece of a door frame and a couple other pieces out in the woods, old heat sinks and stuff. And I filled my backpack with it, and I went back to melt it, and I melted that, and that was easy. And I decided I was going to do aluminum bronze, and it melted, and I got two nice ingots out of the deal. Beautiful, great ratio, great casting. It was good fluidity. And then I tried to pour some more into a mold I made, and I missed my target, and it kind of like sunk through the sand, and it made a big lump and ruined everything. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take it out and remelt it, because I had the capabilities of melting aluminum bronze, which I didn't think I did, considering the size of my burning chamber, and that I was using coal. But it melted. It was fine. It worked. So then I reloaded up the furnace. I put the crucible back in. I put the lump of still red hot aluminum bronze inside of it, and cranked it up and filled it up and let it go for about a half an hour. It got like screaming red hot, but it would not melt. So I don't know what happened between it melting and working fine and then not melting. Like I don't know what happened, but I pretty much now I have a glob of aluminum bronze at the bottom of my crucible that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get out. And my foundry is like, because I had it burning so hot for so long, my foundry's pretty much done. I'm going to have to reform it again, which is sad. I could probably still melt aluminum in it. I may try aluminum bronze again, because, the definition of insanity is, repeating yourself, expecting different outcomes. Yeah, so I guess I'm crazy. Yeah, that's what I've been told. But man, excuse me. I don't know what it is, but must be allergy season starting to kick up. So I'm out in the woods, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit of where I get my metals and talk a little bit about it, because I have a problem with this. All right, I come out here, and there's probably 15 televisions on this hillside. I scrapped everything from over there to there so far. All the aluminum and all the copper's gone. But the thing that gets me is, it's illegal to dump that stuff in the woods, and the garbage men won't take it. Alright? So, if you get caught dumping it in the woods, you pay X amount of money for, littering and whatnot, and environmental endangerment or whatever. But if you take it to a car wash and sneak it into a dumpster and you get caught, you pay a fine as well. So instead of destroying the atmosphere, or destroying the world, destroying the atmosphere and making something as beautiful as the woods less beautiful, why not just take the risk at go 2 in the morning and dump 6 or 7 TVs in a dumpster, and then they'll, someone will take care of it, and at least it isn't, rotting away in the woods, destroying the beauty of nature. But what do I know? Another thing is, if you're one of those people, and you don't have to tell me, you don't have to, I could really care less, your business is your business, but if you're one of those people that dump the televisions in the woods, I want you to know that the casings from the television, garbage men will take. It's the tube part they won't take. I'm pretty sure it's because of whatever gas is inside of the television, the neon, I think, or whatever. Now, I know it's a noble gas, I'm pretty sure, but whatever gas is inside of the television, they don't want to take it. But they'll take the plastic casings. So if you remove the casings to get the copper out, you could still throw the casings away. My neighbor does it all the time. So there's that. There's one thing you can alleviate the pressure of the environment from. I don't know if that came out right. I don't know. You get my point. The point is, I come out here, and I find where these jerkwads dump all this stuff off a hillside, and I collect the metals I can use, and I take it back with me, and that's where I get most of my metals. Pretty much everything I have at the house I found in the woods or scrapped out of the house itself. So that's what I'm out here doing now. It's springtime, so you see all that green, the vegetation up there. Well, they call that. It's a breed of bamboo, and it got introduced to this area at some time in the past, and it just kind of takes over everything, and it kills all the undergrowth, and it's also pretty bad. And someone decided that, hey, we needed it. We really don't. But when it grows about 6 feet, it gets real thick, and it covers the entire hillside. So I figured today will probably be my last day to come out and see what I can find before that stuff takes over everything. And for me to see anything, I'd have to have X-ray vision. I'm lacking most superpowers at the moment. My main superpower is taking up space. I take up, about 6 square feet of space pretty good, and that's my superpower. But anyways, besides that, I found 2 car batteries out here, and I was thinking about scavenging for the lead, but I walk everywhere, so that's it's a little bit on the heavy side. So I made a mental note of where they're at, and if I'm ever feeling up to it, which is usually questionable. Some days I feel great. Like today, I'm not feeling all that excellent, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I don't want to sit around the house all day. And it's not too hot yet. I might as well enjoy the weather while I can. So the plan is I'm gonna conquer this hillside. I'm gonna walk straight up that there sort of path, and it leads to a road. And when I get to that road, I'm gonna walk down the road until I see televisions or something electrical that I can rip apart, and then I'm gonna do that. And I'm not entirely sure where the road goes. I think it goes up to, I think it comes out on a main road eventually. It's probably about 1.5 miles, 2 miles. And I figure if I get tired of going upward, I'll double back. And in the town next to us, I seen like one of those Razor scooters, and they're all aluminum. They're mostly all aluminum. So I might go scavenge that. Not that I need aluminum, but they have it in the garbage pile. They're gonna throw it away. I might as well make something out of it. That pretty much sums up this for now. I might check back in with you when I actually find something worth tearing apart. I just wanted to make a couple key points. 1, this is a filler episode. 2, I'm going way out of my way for something I probably don't need. And 3, people that dump televisions in the woods, you're just bad people. Like you could take it to the, if you're gonna break the law, just sneak into a car wash, like a manual car wash at like 2 a.m. and take a buddy with you and dump 6 or 7 TVs in the dumpster, and at least then somebody will be forced to take care of it instead of it just sitting out in the woods. And if you get caught, you're probably looking at the same fine, if not less. So I mean, I'm just trying to impart some knowledge. If you can't do it the legal way, which I can understand, I mean, garbage is garbage. It all goes into a hole in the ground, and I'm sure people conceal far worse things in their garbage than a television. But if you're gonna do it illegal, at least do it a more, I don't know, sanitary illegal way. But alright, I'll be back with you in a little bit. So here's an interesting find. I hiked up the hill. I'm pretty much to the road. Maybe, I don't know, not that far. I'm not that far. 10 yards, 10 meters, whatever you guys are accustomed to. I know meters are slightly longer than yards, but that's besides the point. Anyways, So if I could just find a comfortable place to chill out that isn't on a freaking 90-degree angle, well, we'll talk for a minute. All right. This will have to do for now. So, just walking up the hill. I didn't really go off course too much. I kind of just went straight up. I mean, if I seen something off stone's throw away, I went and got it, but I mean, I didn't really go off the main like a deer trail. And here's what I got. Fan motor. Gotta rip it apart. Another motor that I'm not sure what it is, and another motor that I'm not entirely sure what it is. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure that's aluminum. I'll melt that. And for the interesting finds part, I found this. Now, I didn't find just one of these. There's like 4 or 5 of them. But it says, let's see if I can find the cover. Alright, the cover's ripped off of this one, but the cover wasn't off the other one. They were, books for coins, like piece dollars and half dollars and Benjamins and stuff like that. There's probably about 6 of them. And I found 2 cash register drawers, which I didn't get on camera because they were in a more difficult place to get to. But, yeah. So, that's where I get a lot of my stuff from. I'm going to see if I can clean this up any here so it's not as much weight. But, plan to take it with me. And I'm going to keep going because today's the last day I'm going to be able to do this, I guarantee it. That weed's sprouting up pretty quick, so if I find anything else interesting or metal, I'll hit you guys back up. Well, I'm off at another spot. I probably went up about 30 meters down the hillside, and it seems like somebody beat me to it or already cleaned it before they dumped them, because there's a casing there, there's a casing there, there's a tube and a casing there, there's a casing and a tube down there, and another casing there, and which this isn't the first spot like this that I found. There's a second one that way, about a football field and a half maybe, that somebody just dumped a bunch of televisions that were already cleaned, or somebody saw me doing it and came up and finished the job. I'm not really sure, but either way, that's kind of disappointing. I'm going to scavenge the remains to see if there's any heat sinks, the ones that are close by, but I'm not really wasting my time too much. Like I said, I don't need the aluminum, so somebody else might someday decide they want it, or it'll be here next time I need it. Who knows? But, alright, well, that's sad and disappointing, but I'm going to continue on my journey a little ways yet and see if I can find anything else. Well, I think that's pretty much going to conclude this episode. I think I'm going to walk for a while and just enjoy the day. If I find anything cool, I'll let you know. But about down around that curve there, I came up, and there I didn't see any posted signs. And I was looking around, and I didn't see anything for a little while. Some mattresses and couches. And then I came up and there started finding these posted signs. No hunting, fishing, or trespassing for any purpose strictly forbidden. Violators will be prosecuted. I didn't really see anything up until this point. I walked a good distance. I saw one spot that had a couple of TVs and a vacuum cleaner that looked like the cords were already taken off, so they probably already got stripped. And but I was thinking about checking out that spot because, well, obviously, if I trespassed, I wouldn't be the only person that didn't get the freaking memo. So I mean, but I'm gonna wait and see if I find anything worthwhile. I mean, even a vacuum cleaner and a couple of TVs, it'd be nice to have. But if apparently, like, someone told me my uncle owns this. Like, I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't talk to a lot of the family. They don't talk to me, obviously. But They said they would probably prosecute me anyway if I got caught up here. So I don't really feel like what I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to make money, but I'm definitely not trying to lose money or, get thrown in the slammer over doing something positive for the environment. I am kind of curious what that might be. You see that round thing down there? I might go check that out at some point. I'm gonna walk up here a little ways and then see if I want to break the law or not. We'll see. But out of this so far, I threw that fan motor away. I tossed it back down the hill. I figure I'll come back for it later. I do this ratio in my head, and I'm like, if it is more garbage than copper or more garbage than aluminum by weight, then I'll come back for it a day that I'm not going anywhere else. Because, well, I don't want to lug that giant thing around with me, and I couldn't take it apart, so I kind of I was like, I'll just leave it there, and maybe somebody else will find it. Maybe I'll come back for it. Never really know. And then I found a couple other motors too, but there was more batteries and crap and plastic than copper, so I figured it wasn't worth my time. If I could have got it apart easy, I would have took it, but it was too complicated. Too much rust. Here's some more. The television's down there. You can see the yoke and the copper's missing, the cord. So, no point in going down there. And like I said, I'm pretty sure where the vacuum cleaner was, they ripped it apart too, but it kind of looks solid enough for me to check it out. We'll see how it plays out. Found a couple toilets too. I didn't see any brass fittings on them, not that I really particularly want to play with somebody's old discarded toilet for any amount of brass or money. But it may have came in handy a little bit ago. That's toilet humor. Toilet joke. Alright guys. Probably approaching about 12 minutes on the episode. If I find anything else, I'll clue you guys in. Just reorder everything, put this at the end or whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't got a lot of people that view it anyway, and this is mostly for my own therapeutic purposes, I suppose. Keeps me level. I'll be back.